Coffee and convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history, man. Make sure you guys wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 30K. We can't do it without you guys, and it is free. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up with everything we got going on over here at OLV Raiders Network. Man, let me know real quick in the comments section, you guys, where are you watching? What city? What state? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in traffic? Are you at the side chick's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Are you at the side chick's house? Where are you at? Let me know down in the comments section. Salute to all my people, man. I see Raider Nation, Drew, Mondo, Brave Raider, Rick. What up, my brother, Sir Dre? Salute, King. I see my brother Raider Primos in the building. True Raider Podcast, Puzz, Slap, man. Salute to all my guys, man. Gonna have some fun today, you guys. Some news broke. You know what I mean? One of my predictions didn't go as well as I thought it was gonna go. We're gonna talk about that here shortly. We're gonna talk about our starting lineup going into the season right now with the existing roster, with the existing players on this roster, what this starting lineup may look like. We're also going to talk about the most underrated Raider on the roster. I seen an article that dropped from PFF. They had an interesting player that they picked, and in a sense, I agree, but I'm going to give my take on that as well. Salute to SJ, my guy, man. Let me see. What do you think about AOC switching his jersey number? I love it, man. I love it. You go from, one Raider and Derek Carr, the number 4. A lot of people were in the uproar about that, to 12. And, we know a lot of great things have happened in that number 12 jersey previously. Rich Gannon going to a Super Bowl, winning an MVP. I mean, we can go back to the Snake, Super Bowl winner. I mean, I love it, man. I love, AOC switching to 12. It just makes all the sense in the world. Gets away from that stigma of DC and all that good stuff. We can get away from that talk and move forward. And hopefully AOC ends up having a career something like a Rich Gannon, where he revitalized his career as a Raider, or a Kenny Stabler. Another great number 12 in a Raiders jersey. Salute to Raider Nation in the building, man. Salute to the Mokes, my dog. Aiden Silvertooth O'Connell, MVP incoming. Salute to my guy, man. Appreciate you on the $2 donation. It wouldn't be a show if the Mokes didn't pull up and donate $2 to the Aiden O'Connell MVP fund, man. So salute to my guy. Let me see. I love it, Slap. And let's get to this because, today, Adam Scheffner put it out there on Twitter. This is where I seen it first, you guys. Week 1, Thursday night opener. It is a AFC championship. They're reuniting that. They're reigniting the fire with the AFC championship. The Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson will be going against Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl winning the champions. Week 1 at Arrowhead, Thursday night, September 5th, 8:20 p.m. on NBC. This was a game, you guys, that a lot of us were predicting it'd be us, right? I mean, the storyline writes itself in a sense. Kansas City goes out to Vegas. They won a Super Bowl in our place. The last time they lost a game, Christmas Day, against us in their place. Andy Reid saying that, that loss to us, lit a fire up under the Kansas City Chiefs' ass. I just thought the storyline kind of wrote itself. And I'm not mad about, them picking the Ravens over us. I mean, hey, AFC championship, it makes all the sense in the world. But the end of the day, you guys, yeah, man, the more casual football, fans may watch the Ravens and the Chiefs, right? Because, winner versus winner, right? We didn't make the playoffs last year. We kind of had, a few fumbles at the end of last season. The Colts lost, the Minnesota Vikings lost. They kind of set us back in terms of trying to sneak into the playoffs with a wild card. So I get it. Winner versus winner, right? Makes all the sense in the world. And, America, they love winners, right? But at the end of the day, man, I just thought the rivalry, the storyline from Christmas Day going up to the Super Bowl at Allegiant Stadium, all the talk about the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl in our place. I just kind of thought, man, the storyline kind of wrote itself, y'all. It kind of wrote itself. You know what I mean? And I know, Baltimore had a really good draft. I know Kansas City did as well. You know what I mean? They both did some things in free agency. Hollywood Brown, once again, plays for the Chiefs' former team, the Baltimore Ravens. So that's there. Mark Andrews versus Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson, right? And then, they got another speedster in this draft, Xavier Worthy against, let's say, Zay Flowers, right? It just kind of lines up. It makes sense. Great defense versus great defense. I'm not here at all, you guys, to try and beat this thing up. But all I'm saying is, last year, what happened week 1, you guys, to the Kansas City Chiefs? What happened? They lost to the Detroit Lions, and that kind of derailed their season at the beginning, right? It kind of took a little steam from them. When Detroit goes on to play in the NFC Championship, they eventually lose to the 49ers. But they kind of staked their claim last year as one of those teams that are going to make some noise moving forward. Dan Campbell had his boys ready, right? I don't know if this is a situation that was just trying to keep us away from kind of derailing the Kansas City Chiefs season early. Because, the Baltimore Ravens can do it too. Let's keep it a buck, you guys. Going into week 1, I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of people had the Baltimore Ravens beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So I seen that argument on Twitter about, they don't want us to beat the Kansas City Chiefs week 1. They don't want this to be a Detroit Lions type thing. I don't agree with that. I think the matchup makes sense. And I'm not here to say it doesn't. But at the end of the day, I just thought that maybe, just maybe, they would have seen the storyline. We didn't draft a quarterback, right? We didn't make the big move, to move up and get Jaden Daniels. We're just stuck with Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew at this point. I just thought that it would have been a great way to start this season off on a Thursday night on the road where we beat them last year in their place. It just made all the sense in the world. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. There's not enough Baltimore Ravens fans in the world that can make this a bigger, that would have made, that game make more sense in terms of viewership. There's way more Raider fans than Baltimore Ravens fans. I get the casual fans may chime in because of the Baltimore Ravens and their winning ways, but I don't see any game, having more viewers than the Raiders and the Chiefs week 1. They could have sold that storyline, you guys, leading up to week 1. The Chiefs win, they won it in the Raiders' place. What are they going to do about it? The last time they seen each other at Arrowhead, the Raiders went in and owned those boys. I just thought that they could have sold that. They could have sold that, and it would have made more sense. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Baltimore Ravens will be facing the Kansas City Chiefs week 1, Thursday night in Arrowhead. So salute to Raider Felon, man. My dog on the $2 donation. My brother, man. Appreciate you, King. Hope you're having a blessed day, man. Salute to my guy, Joe, in the building. Salute, Graphk. In my opinion, Chiefs will play whoever, and we will play whoever. And we just got to stand on business when we do eventually bump heads in Vegas and Kansas City. Salute to my guy, Joe. Definitely, brother. Appreciate you, man. Salute to my guy, Mike Downs, man, as well. Docs, honestly, I preferred to play Kansas City week 4. By then, we've worked out the kinks. First week or 2 teams are usually sloppy, and I want to win. Salute to my guy, Mike Downs. I can agree with you in a sense, but at the end of the day, I just think that, renewing that rivalry week 1 on Thursday after us beating them in their place, I just thought it made all the sense in the world. And I think that AP is going to have this team ready, Mike Downs. I'm going to be real with you. Whether it's Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell, I have this weird – I ain't gonna say weird. I just have this good feeling about this team. I think they're going to be prepared going in week 1. This isn't a Josh McDaniels led team anymore, Mike Downs. Antonio Pierce is going to have these boys ready to go. You know what I mean? So in a sense, I agree with you, kind of catch them lacking a few weeks down the line, but I wanted to play the best week 1 to set the tone. But I hear you, my brother. Salute to you on a $5 donation. Salute to KC. Any concerns over Getsy got players? Can he use them? We shall see. We shall see, KC. I'm going to say this. I've said it since day one. I don't know what this Getsy offense is going to look like. So there's no real – I can't put any real true prediction out there. All I can say, KC, is he has the personnel. He has all the weapons in the world. This is one of the best offenses, you guys. I know we can fight about the quarterback position, right? Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. I understand that, right? And it's difficult to take the quarterback position out of the offensive discussion, right? But let's just play a game here for a second. Let's just say you take out Aiden O'Connell, you take out Gardner Minshew. You look at all these weapons we have, the Brock Bowers of the world, best tight end, in college football the past 2 seasons. Michael Mayer, phenomenal talent out of Notre Dame, that if Brock Bowers wasn't around, he would have won the best tight end 2 years ago at the collegiate level. You got Devontae Adams, one of the best wide receivers in the game. Jacoby Myers, one of the most underrated players in football. Michael Gallup coming in on a 1-year deal, a prove-it deal, and it looks as though he's healthy now. And he's been a high-end wide receiver 3, at one point high-end wide receiver 2. And then, you look at some of the guys that we added in the running back room. Zeus coming off his performance last season. Madison, we add him in free agency. Dylan Lobby, you bring him in, a guy that's going to get a lot done for us in the passing game. I just think this is one of the most talented offenses that we've had in years. And if Getsy can figure out, is it Aiden O'Connell or is it Minshew, and he can figure out how to piece that thing together, I think we're in for a ride, man. You know what I mean? But I definitely have my concerns about Luke Getsy. I do. I'm not going to sit here and act as though I'm all team Getsy, because I'm not. He wasn't even my top 3, top 4 choices as our OC. There was a shit ton of other guys that I would have took. The QBX of the world that ended up in New Orleans. The Cliff Kingsburys of the world that ended up with the Commanders. You know what I mean? There was a shit ton of other people that I would have rather had than Luke Getsy. But he's here now. We got to run with what we got. Raw Dog, look, I'm gonna be real. A little nervous. Like I just said, can Zeus replicate what he did last year? I don't know. We're putting a lot on the young kid, coming into this season. But at the end of the day, hey man, sink or swim. You know what I mean? So that's a question mark still for me, though. You know what I mean? But Getsy has always found a way to be, whether Chicago, Green Bay, they've always ran the football effectively, man. So with Getsy there, the one thing I may not worry too much about is the run game. I think we'll be all right. And I know a lot of people may say, oh, well, Justin Fields was a huge part of that run game. Hey, at the end of the day, they still ran the football effectively out there in Chicago. Until proven otherwise, Getsy has always ran the football pretty well. So that's one thing that I can give Getsy up to this point, is I think that the ground game is going to be good. And it'll set up the passing game. Salute to Graham, my dog, man. The league wants to give KC some time to get enough film to study our QB in this new scheme. Talk that shit, Graham Cam. Make this about us, brother. Make all this shit about us. I love it, man. Not the Super Bowl champions. Make this about the Raiders. I love it. I seen what you did there, King. Salute to my guy, man. Mad Mike says Getsy is better than what we had. I think anything would have been better than what we had. You got Bo Hardigree out there calling the offense last year, who's never ran his own offense. So, and then you already know what Josh McDaniels had this offense looking like. So I agree. Yeah, definitely. Dante Foreman ran all over us last year. Facts, bro. Facts plus tax. A guy that is the aging running back in the NFL, a guy that was like their 3rd or 4th option. They had a lot of injuries out there with Khalil Herbert and all those guys, and he still ran a ball effectively against us last year. So I have high expectations for this run game under Luke Getsy. Let me see. Salute to LV Maximus, man. One of the My Fathers in the building, man. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to Raider Travis. AFC Championship coming. Salute to my guy. Salute to Paper Chase. On Hondo's pod this morning, they were saying Labe has some Barry Sanders type movement to his game. Yeah, I'm gonna bring those expectations down right now. We're gonna kill that narrative, Paper Chase. Salute to Hondo. Salute to all my people. But Cappuccino, man. Cappuccino in convo this morning, Paper Chase. You never, ever, ever, ever compare anybody to Barry Sanders, especially a 6th-round guy out of New Hampshire. You can't do that, man. You know what I mean? I know the tight movement, the elusiveness. I understand that, but no, we cannot compare a 6th-round kid out of New Hampshire to the best running back of all time, Barry Sanders. That's nasty, nasty work. Let me see. Yeah, East Coast facts, and you've done your homework on Dylan Labe, man. Salute to Big Mo in the building too. Week 1, AP is going to have this team ready to chew some ass. Pause, Big Mo. And I knew you were going for that. I know you were going for that, Big Mo. You knew what you were doing. It's too early in the morning, Big Mo, to be this horny, bro. Relax, pump the brakes. It is way too early, man, to be this horny. You should be eating bacon, drinking your coffee. You know what I mean? Getting ready for your commute. Way too early in the morning to be this horny, brother. Salute to Big Mo and a $5 donation, man. My guy. Matt says Labe will start out as a kick returner. We shall see. We shall see. He definitely helped them in special teams out there in New Hampshire. We shall see. Rebel, you know that's going to be a game, right? That's going to be a game that's going to be nationally televised. We already know that storyline writes itself as well. The return of Derek Carr, even though we're playing in New Orleans, definitely going to be a game, that's going to be nationally televised. It has to be. And I'm going to that game as well. Yeah, man. AJ, man. Man's woke up at a gas station. Woke up with one of them rhino pills, bro. My dog Big Mo put a rhino pill in his coffee, man. You got some AM PM coffee and sprinkled some rhino in it, man. My guy out there, horny. He said coffee and ass. He said, he's stupid, man. Salute to death, man. My guy. East Coast. Now, I like that comparison a lot better. Listen to me. Lobby is a stronger version of Aaron Jones. I like that. And think about that. The irony of that, right, would be you move on from Josh Jacobs because of the shit, the high-end salary that you would have to pay him. He goes to Green Bay. They move on from Aaron Jones, and we somehow, some way get our own version of Aaron Jones in round 6 with a young, small, white kid out of New Hampshire. I love it. I love it. Salute the East Coast Gridiron, my dog in the building, man. Let me see. But yeah, man, how do you guys feel about this? Real quick, man. Like I said, I'm not here. I'm saying mistake because we're Raider fans. You know what I mean? We want to watch our team play the best in week 1. We want to be nationally televised Thursday night, right? Like at the end of the day, man, I thought it was a mistake because of the storyline. It wrote itself. But at the end of the day, man, Kansas City Chiefs, we're not gifted, but they're playing against the Baltimore Ravens, another AFC, championship showdown. And, hey, man, it's a good chance that Kansas City could be 0-1 week 1. Definitely, man. It gives us a good chance, to get ahead of them in the standings. I love it because I got Baltimore week 1. I do. So I'm not here to beat up the decision-making, you guys. Like I said, it makes sense. But I just love the storyline that we had going into this season with the Kansas City Chiefs. So it is what it is. Salute to everybody here in the building. Punchy, my dog. You guys wipe them feet, man. Hit them thumbs up. Salute to my brother, Jason Hunter, in the building. One of the other Mob Fathers. Salute to my guy, man. Yeah, and look at ITK, right? JJ 440, Lobby 44. There you go, man. Salute. Also, you guys, I seen PFF. They put an article out there that I believe it was today or yesterday about the most underrated player on each team. Okay. And they put a guy out there that I can definitely understand, right? On the defensive side of the football, coming into his last year of his rookie deal. A kid that year 1 looked really good for us. Year 2, he kind of took a step back. Year 3 out there with Marcus Epps, he looked good at the safety position last year. They had Trayvon Merrick named the most underrated Raider entering 2024. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? Because I personally would have went another direction. It makes all the sense in the world. I understand why Trayvon Merrick would be the pick. But me personally, I'm going to go Jacoby Myers, you guys. I would go Jacoby Myers. That would be my most underrated Raider on this roster because he does all the dirty work. You know what I mean? He can give you 700, 800 yards in the receiving game. He can give you, 5 to 10 touchdowns. You know what I mean? And he can also block. He does all the dirty work. He can play in the slot. You can line him up on a perimeter. You know what I mean? A guy that can actually throw the football if need be. A guy that can we played some quarterback in high school and I believe in college as well, right? I just think personally Jacoby would have been the most underrated player on this roster. I don't think that Merrick, is really truly that underrated. You know what I mean? I think Jacoby fits the billing as the most underrated player on this roster. Let me know what you guys think here in the comments section. I mean, there's other routes you can go. You know, you could say Malcolm Kuntz. I've seen a few Malcolm Kuntzes here in the comments section after having a big year last year. You know, we can go, I mean, shit, Colton Miller. I mean, to be real with you guys, that's a guy that is a top 5 to 7 left tackle in the NFL, and he's never really given, you know, his flowers. He's never been a Pro Bowl guy. You know what I mean? He does all the dirty work for us on the left side. You know what I mean? A guy that went down with a shoulder injury last year, and the offensive line looked different without him out there. So I can see a Colton Miller. I can see a Robert Spillane. I know it's only 1 year that he's had with us, but he came in as this thumper from the Pittsburgh Steelers and ended up being really, really good for us in coverage, in the run game. You know what I mean? And everywhere. A few picks. You know what I mean? So there's a few players that you can pick. I see Graphk can put Adam Butler out there, a guy that had a career year for us last year, right? I can see that. I personally am just going to go with Jacoby Myers. I know the contract doesn't necessarily say that he's underrated. You know, big deal coming out of New England. I think it was what, 11 mil a season. That's not really an underrated kind of contract. He's getting paid for his performance, but you just don't hear a lot. You don't hear a lot of noise, you know, when it comes to Jacoby Myers. Like I said before, a guy that can line up in the slot, line up outside, throw the football, you know what I mean, if necessary. You know what I mean? We've seen it, you know, year in and year out with the New England Patriots. We've seen him few little plays here and there with us as well. So I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers. What do you guys think? Who is the most underrated player on this roster right now? Please, in the comment section, let me know. Who do you have as the most underrated player on this roster? Salute to LV Maximus. Subscribe for more information and content. It's free. Hit the damn button. Salute to my guy, LV Maximus, one of the Modfathers over here at OLV, man. Salute to my guy, MC Raider 5150, my dog. Appreciate you, brother. If you guys want to become a member, like my guy, MC Raider 5150, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here, man. Salute. Raider Nation has Trey Tucker. I don't think that he's done enough up to this point, Raider Nation, to say he's one of the most underrated players on this roster. I think we need another year out of him. You know what I mean? And we need to see a little bit more out of Trey Tucker. But I get it. You know, he made some big plays for us last year. But I need to see more from him to say he's the most underrated player on this roster. East Coast, you never did, brother. I would definitely love to see some of that film. And send it over my way. Gatling gun, what's good, King? Okay, I like that. Another one, Nate Hobbs. Okay, I like that. That is another name right there that fits the mold of underrated. In Raider Nation, he's not underrated. We look at him as the star slot guy, right? But as a whole in the NFL, he's not talked about enough. And, you know, there's been some injuries there. You know, we kind of, you know, moved him around a little bit on the perimeter in the nickel. You know what I mean? But I think this is a big year for Nate Hobbs in terms of production. You know, contract year. I think this is a big year for Nate Hobbs. He's gonna have one for the books this year, you guys. He's gonna want to go out there and get a massive deal in free agency, get a massive extension with us. And I can see Nate Hobbs having a big year, barring any health injuries, God forbid. Knock on wood. Aaron, okay. Another name that makes all the sense in the world, Jack Jones. And he showed last year, you know, in limited fashion with us what he can do. You know, especially that Kansas City game, went out there and balled out. I like that. I can definitely see Jack Jones being the most underrated player on this. But, you know, he's also on a rookie deal. You know what I mean? So it's kind of difficult, like the Trey Tuckers of the world, the Nate Hobbs, the Jack Jones. It's difficult for me to say the most underrated guys when they're on rookie deals. Jacoby has been around the NFL for a little while now, and he's always played at that level. He's always been a high-level performer in New England with us. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's just slided so much. You know what I mean? With everything that he does. And once again, in the blocking game, he blocks really, really well as a receiver for us. So, you know what I mean? But definitely, I can see Jack Jones there as well. Let me see. Salute to my guy, Ty Davis, in the building. I think Coots gets talked about enough. You know what, Ty? And let that keep happening. Let it keep happening. I'm telling you now, man, when he was coming out of Buffalo, it felt like I was the only person in the world who knew about him. And I'm not taking nothing away from any of you guys. I know a lot of you probably knew who he was as well. But I felt like I was the only guy who knew who the hell Malcolm Kuntz was coming out of Buffalo. Keep it that way, Ty, because this is, you know, his rookie deal is up this upcoming year. And if he balls the hell out, He's looking at an extension, and a lot of these teams are going to be looking his way. So I hope and pray that Malcolm Kuntz, I hope he has a 12 sack performance this year, and it still goes under the radar, because that could spell disaster for us, because somebody's probably going to go out there and spend 20 plus million a season on Malcolm Kuntz if he has a major year, because pass rusher is a premier position in the NFL. So, let them sleep on Malcolm Kuntz. Let them sleep on him. Gatlin says Graphk Tyree's going to rip some shit up. Hopefully, man. Year 2, we already know what he can bring, right? The measurables are unmatched. You know what I mean? We were hoping that his skill set would translate in year 1, but, it didn't. Coming off of that foot injury, dealing with no real reps in training camp. There's no real excuse for him this year. It's year 2. You've adapted to the speed of the game. You have a Max Crosby around you. You have a Malcolm Kuntz. You now have a Christian Wilkins, around you. There's no more excuses. You have the likes of a John Jenkins, a guy that had a big year for us at nose tackle last year. Adam Butler, big year on the horizon for Tyree Wilson, man. Salute to all my people in the building, man. Let me see. I hope so, Paul. I hope so, because I just got done talking to Wasted. Salute to my brother Wasted, man. We were just talking about how we would attack this upcoming draft, right? Not upcoming, but next year's draft. And, he mentioned the quarterback position. And I said, me personally, a perfect draft for me would be if Mumford doesn't get it done at right tackle, in a perfect world, you find Travis Hunter there in the first round. If you got to trade up to go get him or whatever the hell, you go up and you get the likes of a Travis Hunter, a guy that can give you reps at receiver, phenomenal corner. He has that Charles Woodson-esque about him. I know I'm not you guys. I'm not trying to say that Travis Hunter out of Colorado is going to be the next Charles Woodson, but he's a guy that can play on the offensive side of the football, can play on the defensive side of the football. He's a ball hawk, right? In a perfect world next year, I don't even look at quarterback. I'm not that high on a lot of these guys coming into that next year's draft. Travis Hunter, find you a right tackle in round 2. That would be a phenomenal start to a draft for me next year. I know it's way too early, you guys, to talk about next year's draft, but if you can get Travis Hunter in round 1 somehow, moving up to get him, and then you go find you a right tackle of the future in round 2, it's a win-win. I would love to have Travis Hunter. He fits the Raider mold. He's a dog. A guy that you can move around, and he's just, the talent level is just, it's insane. I have a feeling that he could be the next great cornerback in the NFL moving forward. So, East Coast, got you, brother. Thank you. And 182, I like Carson Beck. I do. That's no shade to him. It's no shade to him, but I don't think we're going to be anywhere near where we can draft a Carson Beck. I don't. I think he's going to be maybe number 1, number 2 off the board. So we shall see. But, man, I would love, next year's draft to come out with the Travis Hunter. You pair him with the Jack Jones, pay Nate Hobbs to come back in the slot. You have one of the best corner rooms in the NFL. It'd be absolutely insane. And also, you guys want to talk about what our starting lineup will look like on both sides of the ball. We're going to get there here in a second. Salute to everybody here in the building. You guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hunter's a smart kid 4.0. Dan, talk that shit, brother. I'm not a fan of Quinn Ewers at all. I'm not a fan of him at all. I got a chance to watch him closely out here. I live in the Dallas area. He's played at Austin and Texas. I'm just not a fan of Quinn. Will JPJ take over the center position in your opinion? Yes, down the line. Essentially, Cameron, this is a 1-year deal with Andre James. The way they set up this deal, I know we extended him, 3-4 year deal, but essentially it's a 1-year deal. And I do believe, don't get me wrong, I hope that he plays at a high level at guard, and Andre James, plays phenomenal, and he ends up being that kind of all-pro talent, which I don't know if he has that in his game. But I do believe that JPJ is going to be our future center of the future. He's going to be our Rodney Hudson, that anchor, that the offensive line for a long time, for years to come. He will be an all-pro presence at the center position. But yes, just not right now. Andre James is at the center right now. But yes, I truly believe at some point in the near future, he'll take over the center position. Definitely. Let me see. Yeah, East Coast factory outlet, man. Quinn cannot throw a deep ball consistently. Talk that talk. Let me see. Get them questions in, you guys. Travis is nice, but he's the 3rd best corner in the draft. He's just a popular name. I got to disagree with you, Remy. I've watched the tape. But the corners from Michigan and Notre Dame are better, in my opinion. We're going to revisit this situation, Remy, but I have to disagree with you. I think Travis Hunter is one of them type of generational talents at the cornerback position. We will, only time will tell, though. Not saying you're wrong. Not saying I'm right. We're going to double back to that. Salute to Ty. JPJ just signed his contract. Let's effing go. Let's go. We knew it was going to happen. Ty, we knew it was going to happen. Sometimes, those second rounders are tricky. And salute to my brother, Paul Duracell. He was on the show the other day. Paul Duracell, if you guys didn't get an opportunity to watch the show, as an NFL agent, he broke down why it's so extremely difficult to lock down those second round guys. You know what I mean? Because they're just missing out on that first round. That fifth year option's not available there. The guaranteed money. It always takes time. It always takes time. And we knew it was going to happen. This guy wants to be a Raider. You know what I mean? He was meant to be a Raider. It was only a matter of time before he signed his deal. So salute to Jackson Powers Johnson on signing his rookie deal. I fucking love it, man. Salute to my guy, Ty. Ty Davis, man, one of the GOATs over here at OLV, man. Salute to Sweet Jazz, my guy as well. Brock Bowers is more like a 6'4" Christian McCaffrey. He is a yak monster, scores TDs and owns the center of the field. DBs are on notice. I love it, man. Salute to Sweet Jazz on a $5 donation, man. Appreciate you. Salute to everybody watching on Twitter as well, man. Hit that thumbs up if you guys can, man. It's free and it helps us remain in the algorithm. But yeah, Brock Bowers is different. He's different. He's different. Salute to Hug, my dog in the building, my family. Salute to the my father himself, my guy. Let me see. Most underrated Raider, Daniel Carlson. Okay. I didn't want to go the kicker route. I didn't want to go the AJ Cole of the world. I didn't want to go to, Daniel Carlson. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to talk about, as Raider fans, it just sucks because it seems like for the last few decades, our best players have been kickers. You know what I mean? Shane Leckler, Sebastian Janikowski. You know what I mean? Now Daniel Carlson and AJ Cole. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of that shit. Thank God for Max Crosby. Thank God for Devontae Adams. Thank God for Josh Jacobs these past, few years. I'm so sick of our best players being kickers. You know what I mean? It's nasty work out here in these streets. Salute to Psycho, man. Let me see. Salute to Josh, my dog. Which QB on the current roster could have a potential Geno Smith-like success in our system? It's going to take a minute, Josh, for me to actually pick one of those guys because I need to see what the system looks like. That's the biggest question mark, Josh, this offseason is, what does this offense look like? What does it look like? We don't know yet. You know what I mean? We just truly don't know. And that's a good thing. It's actually a good thing. Let this offense go under the radar going into week one. We truly don't know what this offense looks like because we've never seen Getsy have a quarterback at his disposal like an Aiden O'Connell or a Gardner Minshew. He's used to a guy, with Justin Fields, run first quarterback, doesn't go through his reads, struggles going through his progressions, can't read the field. You know what I mean? So major question marks at this point. You know what I mean? But if I had to pick, I will say Aiden O'Connell because Gardner Minshew technically is a Pro Bowl quarterback already, right? So he's had some success. He's won some football games at the NFL level already. I'm going to go with Aiden O'Connell, man. I'm going to go with Aiden O'Connell. Salute to my guy, Josh. Let me see. Wednesday, you guys, for those who have no idea about it, salute to Trav. Thank you for bringing this up, brother. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Finally, they're doing an ESPN special. The schedule will be dropping Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But make sure you guys are tuned in beforehand because every year the schedule leaks. It leaks prior. We start seeing games drop left and right all day, every day. So tune in Wednesday. We're going to do a special show, you guys. It's going to be a long show. But we're going to do a special show because they're going to be dropping left and right. They always have leaks. It always happens year in and year out. But technically, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Wednesday night. Tune in. Salute to Demokes, my guy in the building, man. How many wins would be considered a successful year? I'm going to go with 10, Demokes. 10. I think 10 games. You put more. You're in the win column, and at that point, 10-7, you're fighting for a wild card spot. I'm going to go 10 wins. That would be considered a successful season for me this year. Salute to Big Mo, man. Our time is coming. Pause. My dog just loves to play the pause game. Salute to my dog, Big Mo, in the building, man. Bo Rock, I got to go with Aiden O'Connell. I do. I think everything that AP is saying right now in terms of it is his job to lose, I believe him. And I think that he wants Aiden O'Connell to win. And I think that the AP looks at Aiden O'Connell as one of the reasons. And yes, I'm going to say this, and some of you guys may kill me for this. He looks at Aiden O'Connell as one of the reasons why he won the job. Yes, he didn't have a phenomenal year last year, but there was some glimpses, of greatness there. There was some good things and some bad things last year. But I think that he's tied to Aiden O'Connell because of his rookie year being thrown out there into the fire. I think that him getting the job had something to do with a lot with that defense, but some of it with Aiden O'Connell. So I think that him saying that it's his job to lose, I believe him. So I got Aiden O'Connell winning the job. Salute to Bo Rock. Brock Bowers. Salute to my guy, DeMarcus Webb in the building, man. Salute to my guy. Come on, man. Salute to Hug, my dog. My father in the building. $20 special. Salute to my guy. Little news, non-Raider related. Wifey ordered her second printer. Shop is coming along. Tomorrow is our 13th year anniversary. Visit 208customdesigns.com. 208customdesigns.com for all your direct-to-film graphic needs for apparel. Love y'all, man. Love you too, brother. And congratulations on the success that you and the wifey are having. I told you behind the scenes, right? You are not unemployed. You're self-employed. Salute to my guy, Hug, man, on the $20 special. And put the link in the comment section if you can, Hug. Let everybody know where they can follow you at, man. You know the nation supports our own. Put the link in there. Don't just put it 208customdesigns.com. Put the link in the comment section. Salute to my guy, man. You see. Salute. 182 says we should do an OLV football pick'em and donate 1% to Woodson's charity. Maybe include something of Woodson autograph for a winner. Laugh out loud. We could do that. 182. I mean, shit, bro. I got a ton of shit in the house signed by Charles Woodson. We could find something like that. We could do something. Salute to Charles, man, as well. We could do something like that. Definitely. 182. I'll keep you posted, man. Definitely could do something like that. Salute to Mr. Raider in the building, man. Docs and Wasted, the only way to get your Raider news. Salute to my guy. Let's talk about this, you guys. Going into the season right now, right? It's early. Still some post-June 1st cuts, right? There's still players available in free agency. We can always look at one of these veteran corners to bring in to fight for one of those starting spots right now, right? But I want to play a game with you guys, man. Let's pick them. Let's go with what this starting lineup is going to look like going into week one with the existing roster right now. Okay. I'm going to ask you guys this. Starting on the offensive side of the football, we're going to go right there. And I want you guys to have some fun with me in the comment section as well. Okay. I do believe we're going to still pick up some talent in free agency. We still have a shit ton of money that we can use and even more money post June 1st. But I want to go with what we have in this roster right now, okay? We're going to start on the outside. I think this is easy peasy, right? Devontae Adams, wide receiver 1. Jacoby Myers, wide receiver 2. Boom. Easy, okay? Getting a shit ton of notifications right now. The slot. Where are we going in terms of the slot? This is Brock Bowers' job at this point, you guys. Technically, he's a tight end, right? And I know that we're going to be running, some 12 personnel with him and him and Michael Mayer on the field together, right? I think Brock Bowers starts in the slot. I think they move him around a little bit. You know what I mean? He'll be lined up at tight end. You know what I mean? He'll be lined up in the slot. He'll be lined up outside. But I got Brock Bowers starting in the slot over Trey Tucker at this point. I know AP loves Trey Tucker. I know Aiden O'Connell loves Trey Tucker. But I think the better there's just the talent you can utilize all over the place. It's going to be Brock Bowers. Okay, some people have Trey Tucker. Love it. I love it. I'm not mad about that. You need some speed out there, right? Not mad at all. But Brock Bowers is just too nasty of a player, way too talented as a player to not have on the field most of the time, even in year one, you guys. So I'm going to go with Brock Bowers in the slot, Michael Mayer at tight end. Okay. I got Aiden O'Connell at the quarterback position. I know a lot of people have Gardner Minshew. Cool. Michael Gallup as the wide receiver 3, Indiana Raider, definitely But I'm just going in terms of, starters right now. I think Michael Gallup still coming off of that injury, you know what I mean, and dealing with some bumps and bruises these past few years out there, with Dallas. Give him some time to get right. I don't think that Michael Gallup is going to start. I don't. And to be real with you guys, he's going to be fighting for a roster spot. It's not a guarantee that he's going to play, going to make this roster. Let's just keep that shit a buck right now. And salute to East Coast. Brock in 3x1 sets in the slot was there 40% of the time at Georgia. Yeah, you're going to see him there. And there you go. There you go. Coming from one of the GOATs out here, the film GOATs, my boy East Coast Gridiron. So we got Devontae on the outside, Jacoby on the outside, Brock Bowers in the slot, Michael Mayer at the tight end position, Aiden O'Connell I have as your starting quarterback, Zeus, running back 1. Hold on, boom. Get rid of this. Let's get to the offensive side. The offensive line, you guys. Colton high stakes Miller, left tackle. I think that's easy peasy, right? We're going to jump around a little bit, you guys. Andre James will be your starting center. Boom. Going to go right tackle. Going to give it to Mumford. Going to give it to Thayer Mumford, a former 7th-round pick out of Ohio State. AP is saying it's his job to lose, and I agree. I'm going to give Mumford the right tackle position. Then you look at the guard spots. I have this nagging suspicion that they are going to move Dylan Parham to right guard. I have a feeling that he's going to return to right guard. He played a lot, at Memphis, right guard, and I think he's going to be a baller there. So I have Dylan Parham as our starting right guard, and I think he's going to have a phenomenal year for us. And then I have JPJ as our starting left guard. They're already giving him reps out there, rookie mini camp. I know, it's early. I know that, he hasn't been out there yet with the likes of Colton Miller and Andre James and all those guys, but I'm going to give him the starting left guard spot. So this is how the offensive line looks from left to right. Colton Miller, JPJ, Andre James, Dylan Parham at right guard, Mumford at right tackle. You're going to have Andres Pete be a guy that can give you some reps at tackle if need be. I think we have him as our backup left guard. And then I think that they're going to have Cody Whitehair as a potential backup center for Andre James. And you can always look at JPJ as well. But I think that he'll be the backup center behind Andre James this upcoming season. And then we'll see, Jordan Meredith of the world. We'll see if he makes the roster and so on and so forth. But I have, the 2 veterans, Cody Whitehair, former 2018 Pro Bowl guy with the Chicago Bears, is a backup. He could, backup. He could play all over the O-line, to be honest with you. But I have him as the backup center. And I have Pete as the backup left guard. That's what I have. Let me see. Love the show, Graphk. Listen daily at work. I appreciate you, Alan. That means a lot to me, family. Salute to you. That means a lot. Pete gonna take the right guard position. Okay. I don't have him doing that. I don't have him starting at all. You see Trey hitting the field between the 30-yard. Talk that shit, brother. Talk that shit. Big Mo. Which 2 of the best tight ends Aiden is gonna burn? I hate to be the DB trying to stop Brock going full steam. Talk that shit, Big Mo. The first time he put up a non-pause worthy super. Salute to my guy, Big Mo, in the building. My dog. Appreciate you, brother. Coach Raider says Miller, Pete, James, JPJ, Mumford. Okay. So you have Andres Pete starting at left guard over Dylan Parham. Okay. Interesting. Salute to my guy. So that's our offense from me. Defensive side of the football. We're going to keep this real short and sweet. I think it's pretty easy, right, at this point. Defensive line, Max on one side. We got Malcolm Kuntz on the other edge. You got John Jenkins as your nose tackle. You have Christian Wilkins there as your defensive tackle that can play the run game and get to the quarterback. We finally have a real presence in the interior of that defensive line that can get to the quarterback. So Max, Christian Wilkins, John Jenkins, and Malcolm Kuntz. And there's going to be some different looks there as well on the defensive line, you guys. You're going to see some rotations with Adam Butler in there, Tyree Wilson in year 2. I definitely want to see him out there. That'd be great if Tyree went out there and beat Malcolm Kuntz for that second edge rusher spot. That'd be phenomenal because he's on a rookie deal. Malcolm Kuntz is on the last year of his deal, but I don't have him beating Malcolm Kuntz this year. I think, he's going to be out there. We're going to see Tyree on the field a lot, you guys, whether it's on the interior of the D-line or playing on the outside. But I don't think he starts this year. I don't. I think they're still going to bring him on a little slowly but surely. And at some point, he's going to take off. But I still have that defensive line looking like this. Max, Christian Wilkins, John Jenkins, the veteran, as the nose, with Malcolm Kuntz on the other side. That's what I have. We'll go keep it easy peasy at the linebacker position. Robert Spillane, Divine Diablo. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're going to see Tommy Eichenberg a lot out there as well, you guys. Definitely are. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get his issue. AP kept saying, green dot, green dot, green dot. I believe that he will eventually take over that green dot and be a starter for us at the second level of our defense. But right now, easy peasy. Divine Diablo on his last year of his deal. It's a contract year. He needs to go ball out to get that extension. And then Robert Spillane, 1-year deal as well. They're going to go out there and play lights out. Have those as our 2 starting linebackers. Safety position, I think this is pretty easy. Merrick, last year of his deal, he's a starter. Marcus Epps, last year of his deal. They look pretty good as that 1-2 punch. Those are starting safeties. And then Nate Hobbs, the nickel, that's our starter. Another guy on his contract year that I think is going to play lights out and definitely earn that contract extension. And then this is where it gets a little tricky, you guys, right? Jack Jones is definitely one of our starters on the outside. Clear cut. I mean, makes all the sense in the world. You know, he performed well for us last year coming over from New England. He is one of the starters on the perimeter of that defense on the corner in the corner room. It gets a little interesting here, right? Is it Jacorian Bennett? Is it Richardson, the rookie out of Mississippi State? Is it veteran Brandon Faison? You guys may not agree with me on here. I want Jacorian Bennett to win that job. I want him to win that job. But with what we have right now, and I do believe we're going to go get a veteran, you guys, in free agency, and it's going to be a Xavier Howard, or it's going to be an Adoree Jackson, or one of those guys, right, that you can bring in and be a spot starter for you, a 1-year deal type guy. I do believe that we're going to go get one of those guys. But right now, y'all may not like this. We got Devonshire in the 7th round. He'll fight to make this roster. I'm going to go with Brandon Faison. You guys may not like that, but a big body corner on the outside, to match up with Jack Jones on the other. I'm going to go with Brandon Faison. As of right now. Go ahead and kill me in the comment section, you guys. I get it. Absolutely fry me. But with what we have right now, I do believe Brandon Faison will start on the other side, opposite of Jack Jones. There's still a learning curve here with Jacorian Bennett. There's still some of his game that needs to be strengthened. I'm hoping that Patrick Graham and these guys work with him very, very closely this year and get him right and get him ready for year 2. I do believe in Jacorian Bennett. But what right now, I'm going to go with Brandon Faison, a guy that spent the majority of the year last year on the IR. They like him a lot. Came over from Indianapolis after playing a few years with us, a year or 2 with us, I believe. But I do believe, as of right now, he would be the guy pairing with Jack Jones on the outside. But remember, we still have a lot of money post-June. There's going to be more cuts. There's still some free agents out there that we can look at. If I had to place all my eggs in one basket, it's going to be a veteran corner in free agency opposite side of Jack Jones. But I'm just going off of what we have right now, you guys. Okay? With what we have right now. I would love Jacorian Bennett to start. Wasted salute to my big bro in the building. Would love it. I would love it. But I do believe that they're going to want to have a veteran out there on the outside to pair with Jack Jones. Salute to Hug. Christy made us a code. Use code HUGDs for 25% off all orders to my folks. www.208customdesigns.com. Salute to my brother, man. Congratulations, bro. I love it, man. I love it. Love it. Salute to Hug as well, man, my dog. You didn't have to do that, man. Salute to you on gifting 5 OLV Raider Network memberships. Salute to all the new members in the building. If you guys missed out, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support what we do over here. And salute to the 1,000+ people in the building. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, just do me a favor, man. Hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. It definitely helps us remain in the algorithm. I appreciate all you guys. Salute to Hug, the GOAT and the mod father of the year. My guy, man, Hug. Salute to my dog, man. Let me see. Salute to Omni in the building. Listen, regarding AP, ask the question, who was the last intern coach to go on to have success as a coach? Jason Garrett, 2016, won coach of the year. Who was his quarterback? Dak Prescott. Hey, man. I want to stay away from him, Omni. I don't want to pay $50, $60 million for a mid quarterback. I'm sorry, Omni. Like, I'm not going to do it. You might as well just kept Derek Carr for that. You know what I mean? And that's no shade to DC. You know, once a Raider, always a Raider. If you're going to go out and pay Dak that kind of money, you should have just kept him around. Should have just kept Derek Carr around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they give these guys, these young guys, well, the young guy, Aiden O'Connell, and the veteran Gardner Minshew, all the opportunity to win the job. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring in a Dak Prescott that's going to take up the majority of your salary cap, and he's going to be a mid option at best. Yeah, he does have some great glimmers of some glimmers of greatness here and there. But look last year. Look what happened against Green Bay in their place in Dallas in the playoffs. Nasty, nasty work. And I know their defense shit the bed. I know they didn't really have a run game last year in Dallas. I live here. I know. And I don't want to put all that on Dak because last year he had an MVP year leading up to the playoff game. But we've seen that before with Derek Carr. 2016 MVP type year. Boom. Disappearing act. So I don't want to pay a guy $50, $60 million a season, man. I'd rather just run with what we got, continue to build the defensive side of the football, build the trenches inside and out, and just run with what we got. Damn, salute to my dog with a bang, in the words of my brother Mitchell Renz. I have not seen my guy Intel around for a minute, man. Salute to my brother. I just asked Wasted. I was like, man, I wonder if Intel is doing okay, man, because I haven't seen you in the comment section for a while, my brother. Salute to you, man. I know you're a busy man and you got a lot going on out there, but salute to my guy Intel, man. One of the GOATs of OLV and just Shieldmore in general, man. My dog with $100 haymaker, man. Salute to my bro, man. Appreciate you, Intel. Hope everything is going good for you and your family out there, brother. As always, we miss you over here, man. Let me see. He said strong arm, bang. Let me see. Salute once again to my brother Intel, as always. Torque, I don't hate Dak Prescott because he plays for the Cowboys. And I don't hate him at all. I actually think he's a great guy. And I think he's a good football player. I'm not here to shit on Dak Prescott at all. Like I don't think that he's worth the money that you would have to pay him to come over in free agency if Dallas decides on moving on from him. I don't want to pay a player of his caliber $50, $60 million a season. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Let me see. I mean, shit, we have what, a 3-4-time Pro Bowler in Derek Carr that we moved on from a year ago. You know what I mean? And he was owed a shit ton of money. Why would we want to repeat that? Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. See the East Coast. I think me and you need to sit in a boat by ourselves. I like Dak, but I agree with you, Graphk. He got paid. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I mean, look, bro, if you're going to pay Dak $20 million a season, come on down. Come on down. But if you got to pay him triple that, ain't no fucking way, bro. There ain't no way. There's no way. There's no way. Dak Prescott is probably going to reset the market next year or this upcoming season if he plays well for the Dallas Cowboys. There's no way. Why would you want to allocate that much money to a guy that's not a Patrick Mahomes? That's not, a Josh Allen. That's not a Burrow. Why? I wouldn't want to do that. And I'm not saying that Dak is a bad football player by any stretch. I'm just saying I wouldn't pay him that kind of money. And I think that last year he had a great defense, phenomenal defense. I think that they had some great options at the receiving position. I think they had an okay O-line. Their run games definitely failed them last year. They didn't pay Zeke. They ended up, keeping their young pup around for another. They brought him back on a franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? And he was dealing with, coming back from an injury as well. And the run game kind of failed him a little bit. You know what I mean? But this is the NFL, you guys. Everyone's not going to have a perfect scenario for them. Everybody's not going to have Andy Reid, a great O-line, great receiving options, a good run game, and a great defense. You have to deal with what you have. You have to deal with what you have. And look at Johnny. He's a Cowboys fan. Dak is good, but he's not elite. So why pay a good football player elite money? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Let me see. Nose ring, no booger, y'all. Sue design. Nose ring, no booger. And Raw, I have to agree with you on that. Good athlete, bad football IQ, in my opinion. Sometimes he makes terrible throws. Sometimes he just kind of throws the football up there. I've seen it. I live locally, you guys. I live in the Dallas area. A lot of my friends here locally are Dallas Cowboys fans. You know what I mean? I've seen him make phenomenal throws. I've seen him make terrible throws. You know what I mean? Sometimes the IQ definitely is in question. Not saying he's not a good athlete, not saying he's not a good quarterback. It's just not worth the money. I'm not going to talk too much about Dak Prescott because he's not even an option for us. Okay, Frank, I like that. I like that. I'm cool with that. Week 1, Raiders versus the Bengals, Sunday Night Football. Book it. Okay. I like that. We get a healthy Burrow in week 1. Potentially the Bengals minus T. Higgins, maybe. Maybe they move on from him. I mean, I know he don't want to play on that franchise tag. Maybe the Bengals minus Trey Hendrickson. You know, he wants a new deal. He doesn't want to play on that $14, $15 million deal this year. I'm not mad about that. Salute to my big bro in the chat trolling, man. You definitely owe me one, man. You definitely owe me one, and I can't wait till you go live, potentially tonight or tomorrow, for me to just go over there and cook your whole chat. Have some fun with it, man. Salute to the 1,000 people in the building. I appreciate you guys. As always, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. PlanetRaiders.com. Go over there for our written material, and also OakLosVegas.com. Go over there for the merch. Yeah, man. See my boy Jermaine Burton on Sunday night in the Bengals uniform, bittersweet. And I seen some of his tape early on at rookie minicamp out there. He looked good, East Coast. Hey, man, look, I know Cincinnati's trying to go all in this year. That's why they're trying to hold on to T. Higgins. They're trying to hold on to Trey, on the defensive line. But man, Jermaine Burton is a sneaky option for them to take over at some point, with Higgins potentially or eventually moving on. I like that kid, man, out of Florida State. He's a baller, bro. He's a baller. Salute to Verbal Jiu-Jitsu, one of my favorite names on YouTube. It seems like we have a lot of players on contract years. We do. Do you see the Raiders trading any of the potential starters to avoid giving them big contracts? No, because at this point, the only player that I had leading up to the draft was Malcolm Kuntz because of him. It's a premier position. Pass rusher. People can always use a pass rusher. We kept him through the draft. We didn't go get another edge rusher, Verbal, right? So it's clear we're going to keep Malcolm Kuntz around. And, but if Tyree turns the corner this year and starts to ball out like we know he can, maybe you move Malcolm Kuntz. But I don't think that Divine Diablo is going to cost a lot of money. I don't. Yeah, my bad, East Coast, Alabama. My bad. I just know you're a huge fan of him. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I've been talking about Keon so much. Johnny, the Johnny Wilsons, all that shit. So I just went Florida State thinking it was you. You already know the connection. Alabama product. You're right. But I don't think Divine Diablo is going to cost a lot. I don't. Merrick, maybe he has a big year this year, and maybe we have to pay him big money. Safeties have made it, a shit ton of money these past few seasons. So maybe Nate Hobbs, nickel slot, as a slot guy. I don't know what kind of money he's going to be demanding. I don't see us moving on from any of these guys. I don't. I think that we can keep all of them around. We're going to have a shit ton of money, Verbal, allocated to next year or to 2025. I think we're going to take care of our guys. I think we're going to keep a lot of these guys around. I always said the odd man out was Malcolm Kuntz because we already have drafted his potential replacement, in Tyree Wilson. Divine Diablo, I don't think he's going to cost a shit ton of money to bring him back. He'll be an inexpensive option. I can even see Divine Diablo, you guys, as a guy that maybe comes back on a 1-year prove-it type deal. I could, because he hasn't took the league by storm at the linebacker position. I can see him being a guy that comes back on an inexpensive deal, 1-year deal to prove that he can be one of those ones. The only guys I'm worried about, Malcolm Kuntz, Trayvon Merrick, who I think is going to have a big year this year, and Nate Hobbs. But I don't see us moving on from those guys. I don't. I think that they've, if they earn a big deal, they earn some deals, Verbal, we can move some things around. We can restructure some deals. The Colton Miller's contracts of the world, Devontae, Max, We can restructure and free up some cap. I think we're going to take care of our people. I don't think we're going to trade any of these guys. But it's going to be interesting leading up to the trade deadline to see what we're looking like, though, because we do have a lot of guys on starters, not just players, but starters. Divine Diablo, Nate Hobbs, Trayvon Merrick, Malcolm Kuntz. It's going to be interesting, but I don't see us moving on from those guys because I don't think any of them have done anything massive up to this point that you're like, I have to pay them top money. Do you think that Merrick has done enough verbal to get top safety money at this point? I'm just talking about right now. They can take the league by storm this upcoming season, but no, he hasn't. Nate Hobbs has not done enough to demand big time top corner money. Divine Diablo absolutely has not. And then Malcolm Kuntz, coming off that big performance last year, he still has to prove that he can do that again. Salute to Elite in the building. My dog. What's up, sis? Yeah, Cisco, I agree with you, man. If Tyree can make that transition in year 2, man, we may be on to something. Us beating an AFC team with KC or Baltimore losing week 1 is a major kickstart for us. And I said that early on, Graham. It'd be great to see, Kansas City lose week 1. We go out and beat whoever we play, and we're already up in the division. I agree with you, brother. But either way, right? It's a conference win for us. If we can win week 1 and Baltimore loses, it's a win-win. But I definitely want Kansas City to get their ass kicked. Tort, why? He's on a rookie deal. He's not getting paid a massive amount of money. It's a third-round guy. Like out of Virginia Tech. Like why would you cut a guy when you're already thin at the linebacker position? I mean, there's only a few guys on this roster that really have real starting reps. I mean, and it's Divine Diablo and it's Robert Spillane. You want to put all your eggs in Tommy Eichenberg basket? You want to hope that Amari Burney, 6th rounder out of Florida, is the guy in year 2? Like, I don't know why we would even think about cutting Diablo. Torque, it's an inexpensive deal and a guy that has gave you a shit ton of starting reps at the linebacker position. I don't know why we would cut him. I don't know. To me, brother, that makes no sense. But please elaborate. Let me know why you think that. Ten Commandments is actually Wednesday night, brother. It's not tomorrow. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time, Wednesday night. The schedule releases. And yes, we will be live the entire time. Salute to Joe, my dog in the building. How do we feel about Trey Taylor filling a Marcus Epps spot after this season? Didn't catch your thoughts on Trey Taylor. I absolutely love that we got him in the 7th round. I've talked about this a million times, Joe. The only connection I have with him falling to the 7th round, winning the Jim Thorpe Award, best safety in the nation, is because of the talent, the conference that he's coming out of, playing at Air Force. I absolutely, truly believe that this is Marcus Epps last year on his deal, and I think he will walk, and eventually Trey Taylor can potentially take that spot. Look, he can be one of them ones. He could be one of them ones. The discipline, his family background, AP loves the kid. I absolutely see him taking that second safety spot potentially after this year. Definitely. But we don't know what we have in Chris Smith yet either, Joe. What is he going to do this year? Former Georgia Bulldog. We don't, Palomau. He has one more year here. What are we going to do with the young UDFA out of USC? Maybe he goes out there and turns some heads. But I do like Trey Taylor more than any of those other guys on this roster outside of Trayvon Merrick. I think that Trey Taylor is going to take the league by storm at some point. I think he's going to be that guy. Definitely. I love his game. And if you guys look at the tape and check him out, he's a stud, man. He's a stud. According to a few reports I read, he's been Max's shadow from 5 a.m. to 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tyree is taking it serious, and Mad Max is molding him. Talk that shit, Hug. Talk. I love it. Yes, Eddie, because he's one of the most talented safeties in the NFL. Do I like what we have a lot? Yes. Is it necessarily a need? No. But I definitely would pay Justin Simmons because he's one of the best safeties in the league. I know he's 31 years old. He's getting up there in age, but he's still a ball hawk. He's still a baller. I definitely would pay Justin Simmons. But, I think right now he's kind of sitting back. He's going to wait until post-June, see some teams free up some money. And I think he's going to wait for one of these perennial Super Bowl contenders, the likes of the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe a reunion with Philadelphia with Vic Fangio. He has some success with him in Denver. You know what I mean? I think he's going to try and identify one of these teams that are those perennial type Super Bowl contenders. Maybe even the Niners can be a dark horse team. They don't necessarily need him, but they can use him. So I think he's going to look at some of those top teams in the NFL, and that's where he's going to pick eventually. There's been a lot of talk of him already wanting to go to a proven winner, and I can see Philadelphia being a team for him. Or potentially the scary shit is seeing him go to the Kansas City Chiefs and trying to beat the Broncos and beating the Broncos' ass twice a year. I could see it. Salute to everybody here, man. Yes, Sarah, this is facts. Watch tape on Trey Taylor. We got to steal getting him in round 7. Facts. Well, Raider Nation, at this point, now with the Chiefs off the board, I'm going to ask you guys this. It's a good question. Who do you guys want to play week 1? I still want to play one of those top teams. Baltimore's off the board. Chiefs are off the board. We play both of them this year. Chiefs twice a year. You already know. It's going to be interesting. What team would you guys want to play? I don't think we're going to play the Chargers. We usually kind of play them in that week 3 to 4 range. I think we get Denver the last week of the year, and I think we get them maybe somewhere in the middle of this season. It'd be interesting to see the Bengals. It would be interesting to see them. What if they do give us New Orleans week 1, you guys? I would like to see New Orleans week 1. Let's get this shit out the way. I still have us playing them week 4, week 5 potentially, but why not play? Let's play the New Orleans Saints. Come on, man. Let's go play DC in his home. Let's go get Dennis Allen out the way. Why not? Let's go on the road week 1. Let's go to New Orleans and get DC and Dennis Allen the fuck out of here. Why not? I love it. And then we can stop talking about this shit, the revenge game and the Derek Carr shit and all that. Let's just go get him out the way week 1. Why not? There you go, AP. So then we don't have to talk about, leading up to, all the Derek Carr talk and all that other shit. We can just get it out of the way. Jenny says Rattler be the quarterback. 1. That's funny. Graham, I understand. You said you want an AFC team, get you a conference win under your belt. Those always stack up, but at the tail end of the year, we're always looking at those conference wins, right? And those conference losses. I hear you, King. I hear you. I can see that. Give us the Steelers week 1, Monday Night Football. Okay. Get Russ out of here, huh? We've owned Russ. We've owned him. Why not? Fuck it. Beat him 4 times in a row. Why not? Bo Rock says the Dolphins. That'd be interesting. All that speed. That'd be interesting. That's a scary team to play, you guys, the Miami Dolphins. When they're healthy, when they got Waddle out there, OBJ, Tyreek, and they got a chain? I think that's how you say his last name, the running back, and they just brought in another. Oh my God, bro! They brought in the kid from Tennessee, right? I could have swore they brought in Jalen. As they got a 2-head. They got Raheem as well. Mozart. They got a 3-headed monster out there. Holy shit! That's scary if you play that team healthy. If you play them in week 1. They have a 3-headed monster at the running back position. All guys that can get it done. Raheem Mostert, a chain, and they have Jalen as well out of Tennessee. That's nasty. And then all those weapons on the outside. Oof. Shit, man. Golly, bro. I don't know if I want to see. I want to see Miami in the middle of the season when they're beat up and battered and bruised. I don't want to see that kind of speed. Our season can start off kind of fucked up, y'all. We play Miami week 1. That'd be nasty. Let me see. We don't have Washington on the schedule this year, Graham. We don't play them this year, brother. Said, bring Rodgers to the black hole and let's end this season again. I like that. And let me see something real quick. All right. I want to see something. All right, so you guys, I see a lot of people mentioning teams that were not playing. Home games: Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Browns, Falcons, Steelers, Panthers, Jags. On the road: Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Bengals, Ravens, Saints, Buccaneers, Dolphins, Rams. So I've seen a few people mention the Buffalo Bills. I've seen a few people mention the Commanders and other teams. Those are not teams that we're playing this year. Let's see. Torque says Diablo's hurt a lot. Not a true linebacker. No whole linebacking room is on rookie deals. I agree with you that he's hurt a lot, but also he's on an inexpensive deal. You don't want to cut depth if you don't need to, Torque. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you mean, not a true linebacker. He's a converted safety. I understand that. But why would you move on from a kid that is inexpensive and that has already started for you these past 2 or 3 seasons? Just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I can't wait till we play the Buffalo Bills, you guys. I can't wait. I can't wait because I get to talk shit with Paul. You know, I'm going to go see. I hope we play in Buffalo. You know what I mean? Keon Coleman. That's going to be a fun week. And I'm definitely going to reach out to Paul and get him and Keon on that week. That would be fun to get Keon Coleman on the show and shoot the shit and have some fun. I can't wait till we play the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, Terrence. Okay. Minshew versus Lawrence week 1. Talk that shit. I like that. I like that. Hey, you know what? East Coast, brother, we got to go to that game. We have to go to Vegas. We got to go to Vegas, East Coast. Come on, man. You a Jaguar. I'm a Raider. Hey, look, salute to the nation. We will pull out the red carpet for you. We will pull the red carpet out for you, East Coast. Vegas is our city, brother. We will party. We will throw a live podcast event. We'll go. I'll even get you a show or two to go to. Get you some tickets to my guys. I don't know if you know, but I grew up with the Jabberwockies. I can get you some Jabberwocky tickets. You know, get you some Usher tickets and shit. You know what I mean? You know, watch you. You know, get your dance on and before you get that ass whooping. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's do it. We got to get on the horn, bro. We got to make that happen. Whenever the schedule's released, we got to get those tickets. And like I said before, we're going to roll out the red carpet for you, brother. Can't wait, Hug. Can't wait, brother. Can't wait. Stone Cold, it just came out today, brother. We're not playing them. The Chiefs have Baltimore week 1. It just came out today. So those dreams of us playing at Arrowhead. Oh, you said, what do you think? Oh, Thanksgiving night. Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. I read that wrong. I like that. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. I would love that. Phenomenal. Thanksgiving night. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah, man. One of my brothers, man, is actually he's the one that invented the Jabberwocky. Salute to my brother Phil, man. Lil Phil, we call him Lil Phil. He was in my first rap group in Sacramento back in the day. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he's the one that actually invented the Jabberwockies. It started all back in the day in high school, Florida High School. It's my guy, man. He's actually the one that was there, you know, the MTV show, and now he's, you know, doing the halftime. He's coordinating the halftime shows for Beyonce and Bruno Mars and shit like that. So proud of my brother Phil, man. So proud of him. He actually did the what's old girl name, man? Cardi B in Bruno Mars song. He's actually in a video. He's been in a bunch of videos and stuff like that. You guys probably see me out there in Vegas with him when I'm in the studio and stuff. I posted pictures and stuff like that. That's a good friend of mine. He said Josh Allen interceptions are delicious. Factory. Mods will figure out a game for, yeah, we have to. We have to, brother. We have to. And LV's already out there. me see. Salute. Let's get a couple more questions in, you guys, before I get out of here. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history once again. If you guys get an opportunity to, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. Let me see. Yeah, that's my brother right there, man. We were just texting. He just sent me a text the other day asking what I thought about the Kendrick and Drake shit, man. That's my guy right there, man. Richie, you know what? I'm going to follow up with Hondo today. I haven't even talked to him. I'm going to reach out to him today. East Coast, that's dope, bro. I might have to bring the wife out too, and we can double date it up. Salute to J. Roy. I'm not sold on our outside corners. If Jack Jones regresses, we are screwed. Faison is trash. I don't trust any of the developmental rookies. So let me ask you, what would you do, J. Roy? I don't think that Jack Jones regresses at all. I think he's going to be great for us in year 2. I think he's going to be actually better than he was last year because he gets a full off season in Graham's system. I don't think there's any way that he regresses, especially with Antonio Pierce out there as the head coach. I mean, I understand your concerns, brother, but I mean, I don't think he regresses at all. I think he gets a lot better with the full off season, and a real chance to really, really, really dive deep into Patrick Graham's playbook. And I don't think that he regresses under AP anyway. That's his guy. Faison, I don't think he's trash. He's just dealt with some injuries. You know what I mean? He's been off and on in the lineup. But I hear you. Don't trust any of the developmental guys. Go get a veteran. Go get one of those guys. Go get Xavier Howard. I'm telling y'all, man, Xavier Howard, he's going to be mad as fuck this upcoming season, you guys. He's going to be very, very mad. People tend to forget it's a 3-time all-pro guy out there in Miami. He's going to be very, very upset the way that thing unfolded out there in Miami, the only team that he knew. I would go get a guy like him. Gilmore right now is saying, look, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm a former defensive player of the year. Cowboys, there's still a shot that he can go there. He can go home to Charlotte, play for the Panthers. That's where he's from. He can go back to New England. That's something a team to keep an eye on. But I don't know. Salute to J. Roy on the $5 donation, man. Let me see. Oh, yeah, B going to be back, Mondo. He's definitely going to be back. Salute to my little brother. Jay, I wouldn't want to bring in any veteran linebackers at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I really equate the linebacker position to the running back position. Like, I feel like linebacker is the defensive running back position now. You got to go young. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to get young there. I just feel like, personally, run with the young kids you got. You got Eichenberg. You just drafted him. You know what I'm saying? And Mari Burney, see what you have with him. You know what I mean? Like we still have a few other guys that are young on this roster. I feel personally, bro, like this isn't the game anymore that it was when we were coming up and you go get a veteran linebacker that's at the end of his career and he revives his career. The speed is different. It's a passing league. You got to be able to defend the pass. I don't feel like I want to bring any old linebacker into the fold at this point. Truly, I don't. Spillane is probably the oldest guy that we have. Keep it that way. I don't want to go get any old veteran linebacker to bring into the fold that can take any reps away from these young kids. So I don't think there's any guy out there right now that I would look at to bring in that could potentially steal reps away from these young dudes. Salute to my guy, Jay, man. Let me see. Salute to my brother Ty, man. Here's something that no one has asked. What's your faith in the new coaching staff? We know what we have in our players, but coaching is everything too. I love the question, man. And I love it. I love it, Ty. Patrick Graham. He showed last year what we thought he was going to be when he first came over. After, they got them handcuffs got took off of, with Josh McDaniels moved on, that defense started to thrive. I love Graham. I love our positional coaches. AP to me is a Raider. He fits the mold of what we're trying to do. He is going to be the perfect, a mediator between Graham, and Getsy as the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. I love what we did. You know what I mean? The only question marks I have at this point, once again, is Getsy. I don't know, what that's going to look like. And James Craig. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know. The question marks with me is James Craig and Luke Getsy. And that's what scares the absolute shit out of me. Do I believe that this offense can be sneaky and definitely surprise people? Yes, I think we can. But to me, it all leads back to Luke Getsy as the offensive coordinator and James Craig putting together that whole line. Those are the two coaches that I'm most worried about. But I have a lot of faith in AP, and I have a shit ton of faith in Patrick Graham. Salute the tie, man, my guy. I like that, Torque. AP is basically our vet in the linebacker room. I like that. Salute to my guy, 10 Commandments, also on a $10 special. Did you know that if DC loses to us and the Panthers, he will be the only quarterback in history to have lost to every team? Let's do our part for history and put a nail on the Saints week 1. I like that. Salute to 10 Commandments. And I hate to say that about Carman, right? Because we had some bad teams. We've had some bad teams, and some of those losses, they didn't come down to him. You know what I mean? We just had some terrible teams early on in his career. That sucks, but hey, let's make it happen. I don't really give a fuck about the Carolina Panthers beating them. Whatever happens with them. But as long as we do our job, let's get it done. 10 Commandments. I hear you, brother. I hear you. But that is a funny ass stat though, and I feel for Carman. That's nasty work out here in these streets. Salute, man. And Carolina, man, they had a pretty good draft. They did they made some interesting moves in free agency. I wouldn't be shocked to see them beat the Saints this year. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think Bryce Young has a better year this year. I think they put more talent around him. It can happen. It can happen. Salute to 10 Commandments on a $10 donation, my dog. Let me see. You said that's not a flex on our behalf. Yeah, because hey, Graham, a lot of that happened because of us. Actually, most of that shit happened because of us. So it's not really a flex that we think it is, to be honest. But it'd be funny to see us be one of those teams that, well, let's just say Carolina beat them before we play them, and then we get a chance to turn that into reality. That'd be fucking funny. The irony of that. Hey, Zon, my brother, man, I still have all my Derek Carr stuff up in the garage. I still have all my DC jerseys. I think I have like 4 or 5 jerseys in the closet. They're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I may have some fun, on the internet trolling away about Derek Carr and talking my shit. But at the end of the day, it's not personal. Once a Raider, always a Raider. I'm never going to take that stuff down. You know what I mean? He'll come home and retire one day a Raider. So it is what it is. Let me see. Flores, I don't know in what world it's going to happen, brother. I don't know in what world we're going to be able to keep Patrick Graham. I think that there's going to be a team out there in need of a head coach next offseason, and they're going to look at Patrick Graham and say he did a phenomenal job with this defense, and they're going to think that he could turn their organization around as well. Hopefully we can keep Graham somehow, some way. But, at the end of the day, Flores, is kind of a catch-22, right? Because you want him to coach lights out this year because that means we're winning, right? But then it also means we're probably going to lose him. So it's a catch-22. But at the end of the day, Flores, we still have AP, who's a defensive-minded guy. So if we do move on from Patrick Graham as our head coach being a defensive-minded guy, I trust him to find somebody that can replace him. So it is what it is. Thank you, Gio. That means a lot to me, brother. Thank you so much. Rocking my OLV t-shirt today. Salute to the best channel on YouTube. My brother, man. Thank you. East Coast said the Jags and the Panthers are going to suck forever. Let me see. It doesn't matter, though, Safe. I hear what you're saying, but our fan base is everywhere. Like, if you put the Raiders out there week one, with everything that we did in the offseason, we're going out and getting Brock Bowers, probably the top offensive player in this draft, not named Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? You bring AP back with all the excitement around him. You go pay massive amounts of money to Christian Wilkins to be your guy at the defensive tackle position. It's still very early, Safe, for anybody to say that we're a bad team and that, and so on and so forth, we're below average. No one knows who we are at that point. I thought it'd been a perfect time to have us go out there and look and see what we look like, in week 1. So I hear you, but also we have the best fan base in the world. We have way more fans than the Baltimore Ravens. You know what I mean? So, and that rivalry between us and the Chiefs is real. A lot of people like to watch, two teams that absolutely hate each other. So I don't think I missed the mark on that. I understand both sides. Safe, I get it. You watch 2 winners from last season face off, but you can also watch 2 divisional rivals that absolutely hate each other go at it week 1. So, I hear you, but I see both sides of the coin with that. Salute to my guy, Raider Prophet in the building. Don't get it, Graphk. Why so many not feeling the upgrade to the DL? It's going to make the cornerback room so much better. We've talked about that, Prophet, right? You bring Adam Butler back, John Jenkins back, and then you add a Christian Wilkins into the mix. People need to understand that corner room is going to be so much better. That linebacker room, the second level and third level of your defense is going to be that much more better because of what we did on the interior of that defensive line. And then you get a Tyree Wilson in year 2, and you get a Malcolm Kuntz coming off of that phenomenal year he had last year. I definitely hear you, Prophet. My dog, you are right, King. Salute. Safe. I appreciate you in your first class as well. It was no shade to you. I see both sides. You know what I mean? Yeah, the speed of the game is just different, Jay. You know what I mean? These running backs, these guys are fucking absolutely taking the top off of defenses now, right? Like these receivers, the Xavier Worthies of the world and shit. It's like, it's just the speed of the game has changed. What do y'all keep talking about with this Mark Davis shit? Don't tell me Mark out there impregnating shit, man. You got a baby? You got a baby? Is my dog out there not shooting blanks? Salute to Mark, man. Come on. Whoa. He said, yo, we need there you go. There you go. Let me see Mark out there popping the Rugrats. Oh my God, Outlaw. Holy shit. We get Chargers week 1 because Telesco and Jim. That there's a storyline there as well, Ty. It was, we were all kind of AP or Harbaugh. AP or Harbaugh. Harbaugh being a former quarterbacks coach for the Raiders. I could see it. Tom Telesco. I could see it. Khalil Mack. The connection there. I could see it. I just think that we're going to, Ty, it seems like we always get them in that week 3 to week 4 range. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of like where we're coming off of our first home game and then we kind of stay local and go to LA. So I just kind of have that week 3, week 4 vibe somewhere, or week 3 to week 5 with the Chargers. But I wouldn't be mad about that. Yeah, Johnny, we signed Tom Telesco. He's our GM. Get a few more questions in, you guys. We still have over 1,000 people in the building, man. Thank you guys for rocking with me today. It truly means everything to me, you guys. Salute to all the members. Salute to all the non-members. Salute to all of the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, man, hit that subscribe button. Also, in the meantime, OakLosVegas.com, PlanetRaiders.com. You know what I mean? Check us out. We talked about the Chiefs getting the Baltimore Ravens week 1 in Arrowhead. We talked about PFF naming Trayvon Merrick their most underrated player on this roster. I said Jacoby Myers. I've seen a lot of people say Malcolm Kuntz. A lot of people say Nate Hobbs. There were some interesting names. But I have Jacoby Myers as our most underrated player on this roster. OP says, what's the chances Marquand McCall will make some noise this team? Hopefully he does. 24 years old. The measurables are insane coming over from the Panthers, former Kentucky Wildcat. I would love McCall to make this team. But realistically, OP, you'll probably be on the practice squad. But I would love for him to take that next step and be able to take John Jenkins' job the following season. That'd be great. Kiwis, man. Kiwis, bro. Raider Nation Drinking Club, my dog. Hey, Thor, my apologies. I seen your missed call this morning. I'm gonna call you back today, brother. But hey man, the way my shit is set up, I can't really move around like that. I can't really, that passport really ain't, I can't get my passport right now. I got to do some things in order to make that happen and make that shake, Thor. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, so I'm probably gonna miss that cruise, man. You know what I mean? But one day I would love to do it. One day I would love to do it. That'd be fun, man. I'm working on trying to get the passport and all that other good stuff. So stay tuned. Salute to my brother, Thor, man. This is my brother in real life, my dog. Salute to my guy, Thor, man. Let me see. Salute to Gatlin, man. Salute Graphk to the second best channel on YouTube. I'm just happy with you, King. I love Mitch and Wasted too and Honda. Those are all my guys. I love all of them, man. Love all of them. Salute to my brothers. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was in Detroit a few times. People was like, yo, let's go over to Canada real quick. I'm like, yo, I don't know if that's going to happen with me, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey, if we don't, Thor, if we don't, sign me and Tiff up. We will be rolling with you and Sis, bro. You have my word. If we don't need one, me and Tiff are sliding. Hey, Stone Cold, I love it, bro. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Macklin in that teal, man. I cannot wait to see him in that Sharks uniform, bro. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Finally, something good happens to us San Jose Sharks fans. That guy is a generational talent. I'm excited about it. Graphk on the it's nasty work out here in these streets. Watch out for the Buddha. LV, real ones know, man. Real ones know. Hey, Ty. Some things just ain't meant to be, King. Andrew, this was a clickbaity Bleacher Report article that mentioned a few teams that can use, still use some players in free agency, and they put McKinnon as a guy, that would make sense for us, which it doesn't at all. We just went and got Dylan Lobby. I'm in the 6th round out of New Hampshire. There's no real need for McKinnon. We also added Madison in free agency. So it made no sense. But it was a Bleacher Report article that mentioned 3 players that the Raiders can still take a look at. And I disagreed with McKinnon one. It made no sense to me. But it's not going to happen. Nation Vic, I think this year I'm going to go with 4 to 5. And, even if, we're not necessarily a great team, you guys, Vegas is good for business. Vegas is always, it's a tourist, destination. It just makes all the sense in the world to make primetime games in Las Vegas. So even if we're not the greatest team in the NFL and maybe we take a few bumps and bruises this year, I still believe we get 4 or 5 of them because of us being in Las Vegas. Devontae Adams, Max Crosby, a shit ton of talent on this team. I think we're going to get 4 or 5 this year. We'll have a Thursday night game. I think we have a few Sunday night games. We'll probably get a couple Monday night football games as well. Say, hey, man, Zon, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up, twin? What's up, twin? Salute to Axe. Salute to you and wifey, man. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Two Stock, my guy. To me, you are Raiders Radio. You are always playing in my car and at job sites. Coffee and Convo is my anthem. And that means a lot to me, Two Stock. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me, man. You have no idea what that means, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hug these, OakLosVegas.com, not OLVRaidersNetwork.com, but OakLosVegas.com. But I knew what you were trying to do there, King. Salute to the my father in the building. Until proven otherwise, I'm going to go with Carolina. I think Carolina is the worst team in the NFL right now. But there's other teams you can take a look at. You could potentially look at the Arizona Cardinals, even though I kind of like what they did in the offseason. They added Marvin Harrison Jr. He's a dog. They added Darius Robinson out of Missouri. So maybe they can take their names out of that discussion. But until proven otherwise, I'm going with Carolina, man. I don't think Chicago is going to be bad at all. I think they're going to be great with all the talent they picked up. Carolina. And another name to keep an eye on toward the Denver Broncos. I'm going with Carolina, and I'm going with Denver. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, y'all. Appreciate you guys as always. Coming up on an hour and a half. Let me get the hell out of here, y'all. I got some things I need to do before I go pick up my kids. As always, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody who stopped by today. Do me a favor on the way out, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If possible, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. And Nav, man, the Patriots definitely will suck too. But I think their defense are going to carry them a little bit this year. But that is another team to definitely keep an eye on. And maybe toward the New Orleans Saints too. I can see that. If there's anything going on later on tonight, you guys, maybe I can try and put something together. But if not, you'll probably see me tomorrow night. We're working on some guests, working on a few things. So we'll be active all week long, you guys. Salute, as always, to everybody here. On the way out, OakLosVegas.com, PlanetRaiders.com. Go check us out. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. One.